Hey there, this is a video to help you walk through your assignment, your asynchronous assignment for Monday. So let's begin. You're going to start off by going to code.org. You'll click on your class. And we're going to work on Unit 3, Lesson 2 for Monday. Remember, it's going to be due Monday at 5 p.m. So we did Lesson 1 all together as a class. And so what you're going to do is you're going to come here to Lesson 2, and you could click on the beginning. And it'll load. And so we're going to use code.org as our backbone for this course. And so I just kind of wanted to give you a brief rundown of what the interface really looks like for code.org. Typically, so each of these bubbles up here we're going to call levels. And so on typically your very first level, you are just going to see your learning objective right here. So in this lesson, you will learn how to create screens, buttons, images, text, and more inside of AppLab. And if there's any associated resources, you'll see those here. We'll typically, if we're doing a code.org lesson in class, we'll typically do slide 1, like level 1, embedded in class. You won't even realize it's there. Go ahead and click the button for continue. When you do, you should see that this green one, or this first level, turns green. Now, you may be wondering, how do I get my levels to turn green? Well, as soon as you complete a lesson or a level, you will actually see a finish button show up here. And so what we're going to do is when we open up a level, we're going to start off by reading the directions. So it says, do this. Look at the elements on the screen, and try to move some of them around. So I'm looking. Each of these different things are all called elements. And so the directions told me to move them around. What properties can you change? So each of these elements actually contains all these different properties. So these are all the different properties. Properties are basically characteristics, different, attributes that make up your elements. So if we were to see this one, I'll go with this red button. So if I click on the red button, you can actually see that on the screen here, it says ID red button. That ID is going to be the key identifier. This is the name of that element. So if I'm looking at the red button, the text that's inside it is red. I could actually change this to yellow if I wanted. Yellow. I could change it to press me. But I'm going to keep it as red. I could change the width. I could change the height. I could change the X position, which means, I'm still changing the height. I could change the X position, which will make it go left and right. I could change the Y position, which makes it go up and down. I could change the text color. I could change the background color. I could change the font, the size, the alignment. I could even add a picture, border color, and border radius. You don't see a border color because there is none, but now I'm making a border radius, kind of turning a rectangle into a circle. So those are all these different properties. If you wanted to add more elements to a screen, what you would do is you would take this and you would just drag it over here. This whole lesson is all about design. There's no code yet because remember, when we're thinking about building an app, we need to think about, well, what elements are we going to put on the screen first? If you wanted to see how the app ran, you will come over here, you will press the run button, and now this is actually going to run the code that's behind each element. So I will go ahead and click on this. Actually, I don't think it's going to run unless I was in code. We're not going to do anything with code yet because this whole lesson is just focused on the design. But we can go ahead and run it anyways. And if I click, maybe it does work and I was just clicking the wrong thing. When I click these buttons, this color swath actually changes color. Now, I'll give you a sneak preview since you're here. When I click on the red button, remember this identifier, the ID was called red button. So right here, this is actually the code that's going on for the red button. So when I clicked on the red button, the color swath, which is the name for this square here, turned red. And a sound played. I didn't hear that. We don't need to worry about the code yet. We're just working on the design. So, in summary, what I want you to do is kind of play around with these different elements. When you are finished, you will click finish. Some of these levels have a goal, and then other levels are a little bit more exploratory. This was an exploratory level. This box right here says, are you finished with App Lab? You're in control. It's up to you to decide when you're done. You'll go ahead, yeah, I'm done. But now on this second level, or on level 3, I suppose, there's actually a goal. It says, do this. So click on the screen element, and you're going to match the theme in the picture below. Now, I'm not going to actually do it for you, because I would like you to investigate. You'll know you're done with this app, though, or this level, I'm sorry. You'll know you're done with this level when your iPhone screen looks just like this one. When you are finished, you will go ahead and click finish. You will go to the next level. If you sneak preview and you go to a level in the future, it might be asking you to do some skills that were in level 4, 5, 6, or 7. So please make sure that you are actually going in order. That is going to be helpful. Once again, you will read, what does this do? Once you have completed this objective, you will click finish and move on. You will know you are finished with the entire lesson when you are here, you submit an answer, and you're done. On my teacher's end of things, I am able to go in and see your work on every slide. So what I'm going to do is, in order to give you your points, I will go through and I will see that for the different levels that had objectives, that you have successfully cleared those objectives. If you need any help at any point of time, email me. I've already had a student set up office hours, and we were able to walk through this lesson together, and now that student is very successful in this lesson. Don't be afraid. I'm here for you. I want to help you. Unfortunately, we only meet twice a week, and so a lot of things are going to have to be done outside of class. I'm going to continue to try and make these videos for you, but I beg you to please utilize office hours and email me the moment you have a question. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this first video lecture.